But a lot of us as African Americans don't understand that we need to vote for Trump. We keep the narrative that he's a racist is a false narrative. We know it's a false narrative. It's a push. He wasn't called a racist until he started running for office. Before then, he was hanging out with every rapper, in the city. So how can he be a racist up until one point, and then all of a sudden he's a racist all of a sudden? But his policies, we need to not vote for personality. We need to vote for policies. His policies are for everybody, and he's done so many things for African Americans. The Second Chance Act, low unemployment rate, and he's given to historic black colleges. So we need to keep those policies and push forward with his policies and keep that momentum and not vote different when it come up. The Democrats have nothing for us but death on their platform, and most of their platforms do nothing but destroy the African American community. We know that. We say we want to change, but we're afraid to make the change because of his personality. I get it. A lot of people don't like him, but like his policies, and you cannot lose those policies as African Americans. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, you're wrong for supporting him and everything like that." No, I'm not wrong for supporting him. We need to keep those policies, and we need to keep that momentum in the African American community moving forward.
Yeah, I think it's important to note, like you said, unemployment for the African American community specifically is at an all-time low, and you can't dispute facts. What would you say to your African American counterparts that argue that he hasn't done for the community what other people say he has?
Well, I would first of all tell them to look his policies up. We vote personality instead of voting policy. I told a friend about the low unemployment rate. He didn't even know it. I was talking to an African American friend of mine. He was like, "What did he do?" They keep asking, "What's his policies? What's his policy?" I said, "Haven't you heard about the low unemployment?" No, I didn't know that. All they know is, "Oh, he's a racist. He's a racist. He's a racist." That's a false narrative being pushed by the left. You can't just look at this election is so important. You can't look at personality. You have to look at policy. I used to vote like that too. Before I got with Walkaway. Walkaway helped me out a lot. She helped me out a lot to walk away from the Democratic Party. I was one of those people that voted on personality. I'll just look at the candidates and say which one's a nicer guy. Well, we can't do that because nice can be tricked nowadays.
Absolutely.
The people on the Democratic side will smile in your face and won't get your vote and won't give you nothing in return. We need to, at this point, look at
I'm the first president in 71 years that didn't start a war.
Oh, I think there's more Republicans in New York than we think. Same in Massachusetts. We're more red than you think.
He loves God, he loves country, he loves our people, he loves his family, he has integrity.
I want to hear him in person. I go for all the stuff that he's talking about because those are the things that we're fighting for, the economy, safe borders, security.
I mean, he talks a lot about the future. He talks a lot about taking on the establishment, which I think is a pretty passionate thing. Then he's also just hilarious, so that catches a lot of young people on. I think that's the appeal. So.
And I just want to say a very big hello to a special place, New York, and to an incredible arena, Madison Square Garden. Incredible. But I'm thrilled to be back in the city I love, and thousands of proud, hard-working American patriots. You're with me. We're all together. We've always been together. And I'd like to begin by asking a very simple question. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?
Hi guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. I'm B-Boy. Remember, if it's for the first time you come across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Okay guys, in today's clip we want to talk about what's going on in US. We all know they are voting for their new president, and the race is between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. And a lot of black people have came out, a lot of immigrants who are living in US, a lot of black Jamaicans who are in US, they have come up with their own opinion, and they feel like they want Donald Trump to be their president. They feel like Kamala Harris, she has not any experience, she has no any qualification to be president, and they feel like Donald Trump should be president because he has experience. And we have seen a lot of Muslims in Michigan, they are voting for Donald Trump because he supports peace, he doesn't support war. And we have seen a lot of black people supporting Donald Trump because he will decrease the unemployment rate of black people. This means that black people who are in US will be able to be employed easily. So guys, kindly have a look at this clip and then you come back for more discussion.
I ain't never heard of him being racist prior to running for president. That's just me though.
I mean, because any two ways you look at it, the man won his presidency without the black vote. What he need it for? What he need us for? Tell me what he need me for. He don't need me. But for some reason, he always get up on that stage talking about how low black unemployment is. Because he legitimately cares. You never heard Obama get on stage talking about black unemployment. He couldn't. Because under his first 2 years with a Democratic Congress, it doubled. Black unemployment under Barack Obama doubled. How many of y'all know that? It doubled. It literally doubled. It went from 8% to 16%. How you get around that and no media say nothing about that? But Donald Trump getting it to the lowest it's ever been recorded. Like I said, he don't need us. He does not need the black vote. The black vote didn't put him in office. The black vote ain't going to take him out of office. But the fact that he gets up there on them stages every chance he get and tells us how we are doing, because I ain't going to say that. We too crazy to realize it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to do that. He ain't got to get up there. When he was running for president, he didn't have to get out there talking about, what do you have to lose? Vote for me. He didn't have to do that. But he did. And we grateful that he did. You know, it's some smart folks out there that happen to be darker skinned like me. You just got to find them. See, a lot of them scared to say something because they scared somebody going to say something back to me. I'm a step. What's up? You got something to say about Donald Trump? What? I ain't got no MAGA hat. My damn head too damn big to be trying to wear a MAGA hat. So I can't wear no MAGA hat I nowhere. But I got a MAGA sweater in there that I wear. I wore it to work. Nobody said nothing. I'm a big old bitch. They better not say nothing.
What are your feelings, and let me start with the women here, about Kamala Harris?
She's a woman of color. I'm not putting her down because of that, and I'm not putting her down because she's a woman. I'm not a feminist, so I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, I don't think that she has the personality. I don't think that she has what it takes to go up against Putin and go up against these other presidents that are built for this. I don't want to be scared because my president is scared. I want my president to feel secure and manly and about it.
We brought up gender, right? Like, do you think it matters that she's a woman and people aren't comfortable having a woman in a top leadership role?
No, I don't think that, because most men, they love their mothers. They love their wives. So as a woman, most men, they respect the woman, but she just don't have the qualification or the education to really run America because she don't have the experience. She don't understand our struggles. And for me to believe you for another 4 years, you're crazy. Right. Like, you're crazy. You're saying the same thing that you said 4 years ago.
So the fact that she's the vice president
That's
to
just
you
the
is
bottom line.
You're like, you've been here, you've had a chance.
Yes. Well, for me, the very first time I ever heard the name Kamala Harris, it was in association to locking up parents for a truancy. That was the first time I ever heard of her name. And I really didn't understand how this person claims to be a black woman, but yet she's locking up black women and black men and separating families.
This is the thing that is, Trump talks about this a lot. He says, you know, Kamala Harris became black when it was convenient.
Yeah.
Can you talk to me about, do you agree with him on that? Do you feel like she's wearing her blackness?
Absolutely. She's sworn into when she sworn to the Senate, it was as the first Indian American.
Thank you.
Which is, it's fine. We don't care.
We all know she's not black. Let's understand that. We are all clear of that. But my point of view, like I told you earlier, she's already been there. She's in office right now.
Black people are going to save America from Joe Biden.
You think so? Okay.
We got tricked. He's weekend at Bernie's, bro. You literally re-upped on the most racist practice in America, gun control. As the black people started buying more guns than ever, you said, we're going to send you to jail for 10 years. Fortunately, the Supreme Court was like, what? You are bugging. You speak to black people as if you literally own them. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. What type of fucking... It's amazing. Yeah. It's the level of entitlement and audacity. Mind you, you're the same guy that crafted the criminal legislation, to send many of these black men to jail in the first place. Black people are going to have to save America from Joe.
The left told me to hate Trump, and even worse, to hate the other side, the people who support him. When you cut through the lies, you realize the truth. American families were better when Donald Trump was president. We were safer, wealthier, and stronger. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote to put money back in our pockets and good food on our kids' plates.
These kinds of voices, I heard some grousing about this from some of the conservative. This is how you change the composition of the electorate.
That was probably the most dangerous speak for the Democratic coalition. That is a young woman of color. She's describing the experience a lot of people have, feeling that maybe if you're around too many liberals, you might get criticized too much, or you might not be able to speak your mind. And she spoke to it really well. And she's way more famous than any of us up here.
Good afternoon, Michiganders. As the president said, we just had a positive meeting with President Trump. We as Muslims stand with President Trump because he promises peace. He promises peace, not war. We are supporting Donald Trump because he promised to end war in the Middle East and Ukraine. The bloodshed has to stop all over the world, and I think this man can make that happen. I personally believe that God saved his life twice for a reason.
America, your only hope is Donald Trump. Your only hope is Mr. President Donald Trump, period. If Trump is not your next elected president, you can kiss America goodbye, because the people that are running it currently are nothing but traitors and evildoers. And even though Mr. Trump is a human being and very weak, like all of us, and I'm the weakest of all, but take this from the Lord Jesus. Maybe one day I get the chance to meet Mr. Trump, because I want to say to him a few things behind closed doors.
I just voted early in New York City. Can you tell who got my vote? I'll give you a few hints. I'm a lifelong New Yorker, born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens. I went to high school and college in Manhattan, and as you can see, I'm black. So have you guessed yet?
I believe in God. I believe in the Bible. I'm a Christian. I have a lot of reasons. I love people. We're doing great. In fact, with evangelicals in Iowa, it just came out, I'm #1 at 29, substantially ahead of anyone else. I'm happy about that. You know why? That's the reason. That's the reason.
When people ask me who you're going to vote for at this point, neither one of them are going to get my vote. I considered Cornel West because I love Dr. West. Intelligent, strong, good-natured, but he's a bunny hopper, so he can't get my vote. Now, when I come back to Donald Trump and Joe Biden, I look at the fact that Donald Trump signed 13 federal death executions while he was president. More than half of them was signed after Joe Biden won the election. Think about that now. Biden gets elected in November, sworn in January. Between that time, Donald Trump executes half of those 13 people. 5 of them were black men, and 2 of those black men were presumed innocent, and their attorneys had introduced a stay of execution to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court turned them down, and Donald Trump executed those brothers. So when I hear black men say, I'm voting for Donald Trump because he's going to bring more money and economic vitality into the black community, I say, what about the fact that he's out here killing black folks, you understand, without no remorse at all? Signing those type of federal death warrants. 2 brothers was murdered within 24 hours of each other. One of them was 40 years old, and he was the first person to be murdered in 70 years for a crime he committed as a teenager.
Honestly, it should be 100% of the black people should vote for Trump, because I did more for black people than any president other than Abraham Lincoln. It's true. It's true. I did more than any president other than Abraham Lincoln. Think of it. Criminal justice reform, I took care of the black colleges and universities.
Hi guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. I hope you have watched the full clip and you have heard what these black people are really saying. They just want to vote for Trump because they feel like Trump has the qualification, he has the experience, and he really understands the problem of the American people. Yeah, you can find this situation maybe very confusing because Kamala Harris is a black person and is the current vice president of America, but a lot of people are saying that they prefer to vote for Donald Trump to be the president because they feel like he has all the experience. And one thing a lot of black people or black American, the black Jamaican in US really love about Trump, it's because he really loves God, he really loves his people, he really loves his family. Donald Trump, whenever he goes, he really talk about God, he really talk about how people should pray so that God should protect them. This is the same reason why a lot of people are voting for Trump, because he really loves God. And we have seen that there are several attempts whereby Trump they try to assassinate him, but due to his faith in God, a lot of people haven't succeeded. And maybe people may feel like this, like feeling pity for him, but he really loves black people. And Donald Trump is the first president of America to talk about the black unemployment rate in America. And the black people feel like if Donald Trump will become the president, the rate of unemployment of black people will reduce. A lot of black people in America will have a lot of jobs. They will not struggle for long because he's the only white president to talk about the black unemployment in America. A lot of black people are comparing Donald Trump and other president, but they feel like if the America wants to be saved, they should vote for Donald Trump and not for Kamala Harris, because Kamala Harris, they feel like she doesn't have what it takes to be like a president. We all know America is a big country, and a lot of people are looking at it, and it has other countries that compete with it. Look at country like China, look at country like Russia, look like a country like Japan. So a lot of people feel like Kamala Harris, she hasn't have what it takes to fight like, or to go head to head with president like Putin. And a lot of people talk about that they don't disrespect Kamala Harris to be the president, or they don't disrespect her, but they feel she has no any experience to run America, because a lot of people, if she win this race, a lot of people will suffer, a lot of black people. And we all know there is a lot of racists in America, though a lot of people really say that Trump is a racist, but it's fake. It's just fake news, because if Donald Trump can talk about the unemployment rate of black people in America, that really means that he is not a racist. But they just want Donald Trump to be president of the United States. And we have seen all the Muslims in Michigan, they have come together and they have joined the hunt, and they say they are going for red. We all know red represents Trump. They say they will vote for Trump because Trump, he really supports peace. He doesn't support anyone in his country, and this is the reason why Muslims are supporting Trump, because of his faith he has in God. And a lot of people are saying that if Donald Trump will take the seat, he has all the experience. They want to give him the second chance, because they feel like Donald Trump, when he was a president, the United States was at a good state. The America people weren't suffering a lot. The black people, their rights were being fight for. There were no more racists in the United States. That's the reason why these people want Donald Trump to be president, but they really don't want Kamala Harris. We all know Kamala Harris is the vice president of the United States, but they feel like he has no any experience. We have seen a lot of black people who they are talking about how they are just talking about Trump. And this is the one of the good reason to have a strong faith in God, because if you have a strong faith in God, you just guide your ways and you'll be lucky. So a lot of people, they really want Donald Trump to be the president. Though we all know a lot of people really don't like Donald Trump, but I don't know the reason behind it, but this is the reason why black people, you can see Kamala Harris is a black, but a lot of black people are voting for Trump. So yeah, guys, another thing, the reason why the black people are voting for Donald Trump, it's because of his policies. He has very strong policies. He has very strong agendas towards America. He has a very strong strategy to improve the economic of the United States, to improve the economic of New York, to improve the economy of America. We all know a lot of presidents, they come out with their strategy so that at least they can improve the economy of their country. So maybe a lot of black people are voting for him because maybe he will reduce taxes, he will just improve the economy of the country, he will improve everything that will favor a lot of black people in America. And the reason why I'm talking about black people, I'm talking about the black people in America, all the immigrants who have went to America to look for greener pastures, the black people from Jamaica, the black people from Africa, the black people across all the world who are just in New York, who are just in California, who are just general in America to look for greener pasture, because we all believe if you just go to New York, it's a place of more opportunities. It's a place of where you go, you will find good opportunities, you will find favorable jobs, and you will earn a lot of money if you really work very hard. And this is the reason why a lot of black people, black Jamaican, are voting for Donald Trump. Guys, if it was for the first time you're coming across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for your time.